It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day. And first of all, I want to say thank you all so much for your lovely comments and condolences with the news yesterday that I shared about the passing of Greg's sister-in-law, Janet. We appreciate you so much. It meant a lot. And also thank you for your advice on grafted cactuses and how to remove the graft and why we graft. And I mean, I learned so much, and I'm gonna expand on that in a different video. But I really appreciate you and thank you for educating me. I loved it. I got a SOS from our Del Mar client who has been struggling with raccoons. This is not the first time they have come in digging for grubs and just decimating areas of the garden. If you look at this arrangement right here that Kevin did in this tipped pot, it's so stunning. And this one, actually, they tore this all up too. Our client put this back together. This one, I had her leave so I could show you. And this has just been an ongoing issue. She has had a service come out to trap, no success. To bait, no success. She's tried neem oil, no success. She's tried leaving her lights on all night, no success. They just keep coming back for grubs. So what I am going to do today, first of all, let me deadhead this echeveria because that's driving me crazy. I am going to put these plants back together first. I mean, look at these. It's incredible the damage and the destruction that these little cute little creatures can do to a garden, and the frustration that Shelley has experienced. I just feel so bad. So I've done some of my own research and have decided on, with her approval, on a treatment. We're going to hope for the best. We have tried to get rid of the raccoons to no avail. So now we're going to move to getting rid of the grubs. We're going to attempt to get rid of the food source in the hopes that the raccoons are discouraged and move on to greener pastures. So I have brought my systemic, and I am going to treat the soil with it. Like I said, in the hopes of killing whatever it is that they are enjoying so much in the ground. I mean, this is a last resort. I don't like using chemicals. I don't like killing things, but you know, at some point you have to save your garden, guys. I mean, this is just not sustainable at all. I mean, they have made such a mockery. Look at this. I mean, this was very intricate work that we did here with rock and sand, and I mean, it's just thrashed. I'm gonna have to come back in here with more play sand and rework all of the top dressings. But first, I want to make sure that this is going to work. And also, please, as always, what has your experience been with raccoons in particular? Is there something that you have done that has worked to rid these pests from your garden? We are all ears and would love to hear it. So I'm gonna try this. Also, remember that when using imidacloprid, this is death to our pollinators too. So we do not want to apply this to any plant that is blooming. As long as the plant isn't blooming, it's not going to negatively impact the pollinators. And Shelley understands that. She is going to need to make sure that any blooms that appear, that she snips them off. What I'm doing is just applying this directly to the soil. It's not in the atmosphere. I'm not spraying anything. I'm not impacting areas that have not been that have not been dug up by the raccoons. I'm just being really, really specific with this. And we will see if this doesn't do the trick. She has a number of areas in the garden. Here's another one over here. This mangave. Thank God that our succulents are so tough, right? That they don't, you know, they're not affected. It's basically just the raccoons are destroying the artistry everywhere. The plants seem to be okay, but look at this. See how they dig. This plant is still attached by the roots, but look at how they've dug all around the bottom. I think if these weren't succulents, it'd have been a very, very different story. But we're gonna put this back together. Sorry, Mission to Mars. Okay. Apply our systemic drench in here. Oops, got a little ambitious. And so I'm just gonna go through the garden, only applying it to the affected areas. Some things they didn't bother. It's interestingly enough, it seems like they are ignoring all of her plants that were here post-installation or pre-installation. You know, in other words, like her old Plicatillus and, you know, her Kalanchoe bayerensis and, you know, some of her other plants, they aren't bothering. So I don't know if we brought something in from Waterwise Botanicals that is very, very tasty to the skunks or to the raccoons. I don't know. But we're gonna see what can be done. Okay, and then I'm gonna keep on working my way through and just treating, and I will keep you guys apprised of whether or not this effectively deters the raccoons, because we've eliminated their food source. This has been Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day. Bye, guys.